When Dennis Rodman's name is brought up, the first things that come to your mind are his wild, colorful hair, tattoos, piercings, and the fact that he sometimes was dressing like a female. But do you know how great of a basketball player he actually was?
I didn't play the game for the money.
Do you remember what an excellent rebounder he was? Or how tenacious and unrelenting he was on the defensive end?
Davis pulls it off. Rodman's tap that didn't go is rebound number 34 and is the all-time Pistons single-game rebounder. He has just broken Bob Lanier's record.
Of course, it is tempting to bring up the controversy, the hairstyles, the lifestyle. But in this video, we will talk only about how good of a basketball player Dennis Rodman actually was.
That's what basketball's all about. People like to see stuff like that, little activity. That's the way it should be, you know. Don't contain their thought, just let them go. Let them be wild and free, baby.
During his 14 years tenure in the NBA, Rodman won 5 NBA championships, 2 with Detroit and 3 with Chicago. He also won 7 rebounding titles, 2 Defensive Player of the Year awards, and was named to the NBA All-Defense First Team 7 times. He was also a 2-time NBA All-Star, 2-time All-NBA Third Team, and even led the league in field goal percentage in the 88-89 season. During his career, Rodman posted a remarkable 159 regular season games with at least 20 rebounds, and no one else had more than 82. Rodman had 2 separate 7-game streaks of at least 20 rebounds, one in November-December 1992, the other in February-March 1995. Over the last 30 NBA seasons, there have been 13 games with 30-plus rebounds.
Dennis Rodman, the robo-rebounder, he had 4 rebounds right in this span before he finally tapped it in. 13 points for Dennis.
Dennis Rodman has 5 of those. No other player has more than 2. During his 7-year reign as the rebound champion, he would average 14.9 rebounds per game in his worst year. His best year, during that span, would gross him unheard of in the modern era of basketball, 18.7 rebounds per game. What may be even more impressive than the feat itself is the era in which he accomplished it. The 90s were known as the era of the big man, and Rodman didn't win these titles against nobodies. He beat out Hall of Fame players like Karl Malone, David Robinson, Shaquille O'Neal, Hakeem Olajuwon, Patrick Ewing, and Charles Barkley. Rodman is one of 2 players in NBA history with 5,000-plus more career rebounds than points scored. Rodman had 11,954 rebounds and 6,683 points. The other is Bill Russell, who had 21,620 rebounds and 14,522 points. From the beginning of his career, the Worm was known for his defensive hustle, no backing down attitude, which was later accompanied by his rebounding prowess. In Detroit, he was mainly played as a small forward, and his usual assignment was to neutralize the opponent's best player.
And Rodman with his 9th rebound, firing down. John the Deccan driving on McLeod to the hole, no. Tapped in and a slam, though, by Dennis.
Rodman was so versatile that he could guard centers, forwards, or guards equally well, and both Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen felt that early in his career. From 1991 on, he established himself as one of the best rebounders of all time, averaging at least 15 rebounds per game in 6 of the next 7 years. As his basketball career is unique, so is his journey to even start playing it.
This dude couldn't score a basket from 12 feet, 18 feet if his life counted on it. But guess what he could do? He could rebound like nobody. He goes down as the most valuable rebounder ever to the game.
Rodman was born in Trenton, New Jersey, but grew up in Dallas, Texas. His father left the family early, and Rodman grew up with his mother and 2 sisters. After finishing high school and couldn't even make a layup, Rodman worked as an overnight janitor at Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport. He then suddenly grew from 5'11" to 6'7" and decided to try basketball again. A family friend tipped off the head coach of Cook County College in Gainesville, Texas, and Rodman got a spot on the team and averaged 17.6 points and 13.3 rebounds before being sacked off the team because of poor academic performance. After his short stint in Gainesville, Rodman transferred to Southeastern Oklahoma State University. There, Rodman was a 3-time NAIA All-American and led the NAIA in rebounding twice. In 3 seasons there, he averaged 25.7 points and 15.7 rebounds, led the NAIA in rebounding twice, and registered a .637 field goal percentage. In 1986, Rodman became the only player drafted from Southeastern Oklahoma State University after the Detroit Pistons selected him with the 25th pick. The Pistons were the right team for him.
Don Rodman a second left, lets it fly midcourt. Oh! It goes! It does! A triple from half court. The worm strikes.
Packed with experience and tough players who got a young, unselfish, and fearless teammate, Rodman did a lot of dirty work for the Pistons in their back-to-back championship seasons in 1988 and 1989. Rodman grew as a player, but was sinking with mental health issues, and he almost took his own life in 1993. Soon after, he needed a change of scenery, and the Pistons traded him to the San Antonio Spurs. There, Rodman showed like a totally new character. He started to paint his hair and started getting attention.
They must go to Seattle now and then to the Los Angeles Clippers. Rodman with 3! Let's see if it goes. It did go. Dennis Rodman.
Not with his basketball skills only. Rodman spent 2 seasons with the Spurs, but his most productive years came in the later stage of his career. With Michael Jordan back from his first retirement, MJ rejoined forces with Scottie Pippen, and their fierce rival Dennis Rodman was the Bulls' new acquisition. Rodman was one of the key players on the 1995-96 Chicago Bulls team that set an NBA record of 72 wins and 10 losses in the regular season and won the NBA championship in the next 3 years.
Triple for Rodman on the roll. Cheers.
During his time with the Bulls, Rodman did not contribute offensively, but once had a 3-game streak of grabbing at least 24 rebounds. After the Bulls championship team was broken up in 1998, Rodman went on to sign with the Los Angeles Lakers, but played only the last 23 games for the team, averaging 2 points and 11 rebounds, and was released at the end of the season. The following season was the last one for Rodman in the NBA. He played 12 games for the Dallas Mavericks, received 6 technical fouls, was ejected twice, and served a 1-game suspension. Soon after, he was out of the league at the age of 38 and never returned.
Now the Bulls a break chance. Rodman out on the floor, lays it in, got hit. What a play, Dennis Rodman.
In 14 NBA seasons, Rodman played in 911 games, scored 6,683 points, and grabbed 11,954 rebounds, translating to 7.3 points and 13.1 rebounds per game in only 31.7 minutes played per game. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, press the like button and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any new videos.